Hi everyone, it's me Sergey Ivanov, and today in my video I want to explain um, 2 points. The first one, Discord webhook, and the second one is Jira. Uh, the first point is very easy. All you have to do is to uh, type here Discord dev application, and then you go here then you can create your new application and basically do whatever you want. uh, you can create it and uh, then you have to create it here, call name it whatever you want, and then basically you have to, I don't know how to call it, but I think it's authorize or activate. The best word is to activate. So you activate, and to do so you have to go to installation tab in your Discord development, no, where you there, like Discord dev application. There you have to look for what it was called, installation tab, and then you create or activate it. You have to copy the link and then you press it in the browser here, and then you activate it. Then you can go here, and here you can see your application and webhooks. In order to try the webhook, you can do this, of course, create, and then you just take this copy URL, and then you have two options. Uh, what it was called? Uh, maybe problem, I don't remember it. How to use webhook? What it was? Let me check. I don't remember where I use it. The ping. Okay, it doesn't matter. You can do it this way too. So basically, once you got your URL, you can paste it here. Here you cannot see my URL because it's hidden here, and I won't expose this file, of course, and you shouldn't too. Yes, it's correct. So basically it says no content, which is as expected, but then we got another hello from Rust, basically, which means this thing works, like. And now you can see a lot of possibilities from here. First, you can wrap this application in API service and Docker it up, and using your logic, like sending some image from time to time or etc, whatever you want, or you can even expose some endpoints to, like, here you can see that content is static, but we can make it dynamic by API, of course, like post. We can make it like post and put the body there. So basically we can do this, and then we can create messages. Of course, Discord has some strict rules, but it's like Discord part, not Rust part. So of course, for application layers we have to be confident to locate error, like where it is. it can be on Rust side or Discord side. Like it can be between of them. For example, in Deno situation, Deno, it, it's a Rust framework for Node.js. Deno, this one. So basically, this thing may use its own internal certifications to handle TLS, but Rust handles typical way, how I did it, standard way, and due to this, I might have failed to uh, perform handshake between Rust and Deno due to that. So because Deno might have required more secure protocol or more secure certificate to do so, I might have messed it up. For example, Google uses daytime too. It's quite obvious because certificates exist during certain time. So this is the first thing I wanted to talk about. So this is how you do it. Basic. You can automate stuff. You can notify them. It's like basic. I it's yes, it's handled by Discord most of the time. We're clients here, so Discord is the server. He knows like which server has it and blah blah. It can have more stuff in it, but I believe it's fine. And now the more difficult part. So let's uncommon this code. This is quite easy. Typical request too. The only complexity is I like hide some formation. So also I don't do this on my work Jira. So work Jira is completely fine. I I'm doing it here on my personal account. So we can log to Jira. We can quickly check the thing. No, it shouldn't be difficult. Notice that URL is encrypted. So in certain situation we do encrypt it. Like we can encrypt programs and etc. So here are my easy problems, yes? And if you run my script, right? And if everything is correct, we get this too, as you can see. We try to couple of APIs. Uh, yeah, I don't quite keep it here, but okay, it's okay. And I also hide my API here, so it doesn't really matter. So it's my information. Basically, the answer to you would be use get, and it would be of course your domain, the net Atlassian stuff. But the most important thing will be that you use something like v1 agile, like something like this, and then you of course use something blank like this. So the secret this one, because if you use neural API like something like this v3, then there is a problem that you cannot use get. It will result into this error message, which basically means they migrated, so it's gone, and you have to use post on that. But to use post on that, you have to know exactly what it wants to get as a body. Like if you send random body, of course it will reject, and this is the problem. So it's currently under development from their side, so basically you cannot call it. So the easiest endpoint is agile one, like agile. So you should use this one, basically. Then you use this stuff, token. Let's talk about token. To activate token, you have to go from your account. I won't show it, but I will show where it is. And you have to hit this one, security. After you hit that one, you can create token, but do not like assign the scope to it yet, because it's very important, of course, to assign the scope, because using the scope you can control actions it can do. If you do like this, of course it will erase everything or read everything, or I don't know. It's danger. So basically, you can only follow the easiest path, which is do not assign the scope, to just try it out, like hello world level of task. And for that, it's quite sufficient. You also may not specify this. Let's let's prove it. So I don't really think it's that important. But if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. No, it's not very important here because it's like trivial. We use this one. This is the crate. You can find it, and then we just print it. Like our thing is summary, key, and fields. If you like look up the JSON, you will see these fields basically, and that's it. So what does it mean for whatever wants to automate with Jira in the most straightforward way? What I can see two ways. First, we can have groups of people and on some server, right? Because server can have this thing called, no, first of all, this one. So it's create channel, and this one is called, I don't remember, but text channels. It's probably also channel, some high channel. So companies can basically, the most straightforward, of course, like Microsoft uses a thing called this one in simple way on Windows Server. So it's like slightly complicated than that, but I like discuss idea. So they can use this one, and each people here will have like, huh, they will have basically groups of people who can access this Jira, and of course, what Jira has? Tell me. Teams. Exactly. So now you basically see. You say Teams, right? But what else you can do to this team? Right. You can authorize user. Him. Yes, Rusty bot. Him. Exactly. You can add him as a bot to the team and configure him to have certain permissions. You cannot let them be administrator, of course. It depends, but mostly it cannot, because because you will use this one like authentication, like to push your package to crates.io or pip pipip. You will have to authorize yourself, and happens using token. Token is the most secure way to do so because it requires your phone or etc. to access that token, and if you do not miss share or like, I think the best word is expose. If you don't expose this token, then you chill. So basically they can use that boy set up a token, and he can do what? He can get this stuff. Oops. And what does it mean? If certain status is equal to what they want, like in progress or done or missed or undone yet, like, then they can do certain functionality. And of course, remember that this all is API. Like in my case, I just client. I just do it and do it. But if they can like expose it to deploy, the best word, deploy, if they like wrap it up entire application, some logic, then of course they will handle logic behind this status, and they will have to group these guys. The problem. what's the problem here? In my opinion, the problem is how many groups, how many these guys, but and also the same scopes, right? It's not something they like. So basically, they can do more, better logic, again token. Maybe, huh? I quite think, but the logic is quite almost done. It's like it's heading to the point that you set up the account administrator or bot, and then you like configure which domains it, departments it like watches, and then it can send using webhook to these guys, because like it is not problem to use multiple of these guys, because in the end, if the company is quite small, then we have 10, 20 or 30. But what if we have thousands of them? Then basically I think, oh yes, and the problem is they all quite unique to each other, like they have different problems. So what we do? In this case we work with the complex system, and basically most companies don't develop it or develop it themselves, like Google. They probably have internal stuff, so any other company can do the same. For example, now we can imagine some sort of big service in Rust, Britain. You can imagine here more folders, like it's import this stuff, because if you like, you don't have to import this anymore, you just import your package instead. So basically, uh, you write up some big logic, and based on that logic you simply ping your guys like what they want. Or the simplest version is simply to have application connected to your Jira. Like user simply downloads it and does exactly what I did here. They simply create their own this file and put this. This is the simplest way. And then based on logic, like application does simply it's now like now it can be set up. Like this is all set up, and then it can cache like local DB or such. It's not really problem to save this. It can be file, txt file, or we can encrypt it in txt file. It's not like a really problem here. The real problem is scalability. Like imagine tens of millions of employees. Like I'm trying to think about this progress, and in this situation it's kinda harder, because if it's centralized system in this situation, but if it's not like centralized, then it's becoming easier. So basically, yeah. So basically, it's like two solutions to a problem, like two solutions. But I have to really take some time to think up about the third one, because I said important thing. Other companies, yes. Now, what does it mean? You go here. You go exactly here. And then you can check out other applications here. Other applications. And they offer some certain functionality. But if they're like, of course they're not free. Most of them, some of them can be. Okay, this is like highest score, and I think I have to review some of them, because they bring already functionalities, meaning we don't have to create stuff. Like check this out. Jira Workflow Toolbox. GVT, the best rated and complete automation solution. Let's check out. GVT stands for JSON Web Token. So we like we talk about token. Like token is token. This not token. Token. T O K E N. Token. this word. And let's check out what they do. The routes code or scripts extend workflows with powerful post functions and use conditional logic supporting Jira expressions to meet advanced requirements and dependencies when creating, transition, transitioning, transitioning, and updating issues and fields. Uh huh. Basic thing, yes. We, we have a picture here, so we don't have to be worried about it. This is application certain, like not Jira itself. Here we can see logo, execute by action GVT. Uh, Basically what does it mean? Authorize actions. Like I'm not trying to like go deeper, but if you like know what GVT means, like we had bare example. This is this is thing in like token, and when we do this, oh no, this we can have first of all you have to do get or post, and then after post you can do JSON and here JSON something maybe like this, something like this, yes, and then you just put your or body. I just forgot, sorry, but it's like it's not hard. So ah, body is simple. Not I mean not body. I mean sorry. I apologize. I mean header. So here in header you do so. So here in header you put this thing, but instead of like you can even format it. So this is your token here, GVT one. No, GVT token is harder. It's harder a little bit because it consists of three parts. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. So basically, and based on this token, you can, if you are valid, token is stored in database. I don't want to. I don't want to expose it, but on my computer. But you understand what I'm talking about. You store token, and token knows which user it attached to. So basically, user have their one token. It's called refresh token. Access token is stored on client side. If they like miss this token, then Google authorization process demonstrates exactly what happens. You will be asked to perform authorization from zero, which indicates you write your uh, login, then password, and then it requires using your email or your phone to provide the pin code, and then you like it's little bit more secure authorization, but then it creates access token and you can like move it, no, like authorize faster, like it contains your information, etc. It means that it happens because refresh token expired, so you have to do it all like from beginning, like again. But if token exists, that refresh token, then you can update your access token, which is short-lived, and then based on this action you perform this stuff basically. Like you have certain actions API, and you simply send your token, and based on token you have your permissions or whatever you can do, because based on token if you decode it you can see which role they have, which permissions they may have, who they are, and etc. It depends on how you define your claims basically. So it's possible, so it's like more secure, but like it's more overhead here. I'm trying to like understand if that is exactly what we need, because it's not always the best to do something. Of course they have this one from standard to plus. Like you see, it's of course it's all paid. And basically what companies do, they look for the best company that implement certain stuff, like in this situation, maybe Jira, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, it's like weird. So there's one like problems. How many times I'm speaking? 25 minutes. So I'm talking about 25 minutes. Which is great though. So this, advanced time tracking. Another thing we can do. We can already guess plus minus what it does, what it does. I mean with what? Because we can use Calendly and etc. So basically one thing is to use Jira, because Jira already can have notify people about uh, deadlines in your group. It's like not difficult, but centralized system. Oh, interesting. That's quite interesting. I will not save it.